What's going on, family? Machiavelli Mills TV, and I'm here to report some very disturbing and disgusting news, to say the least. Right? So, a 61-year-old Florida man has married his own goddaughter as she's turned 18 years old. Right? And I'm watching all the videos surrounding the whole entire topic. I'm watching the young lady respond to the backlash that her newfound husband is receiving for marrying her. I'm watching what the young lady's mother is talking about. I'm watching what she's saying involving the whole entire situation. And all I could think about was this baby was failed tremendously on so many different levels. It's a shame and it's ridiculous, right? This man, who is this young woman's godfather, groomed this baby for his own sexual pleasures. And it's disgusting. You know what I mean? You can't tell me this man wasn't sexualizing and fantasizing about this baby way before she turned 18 years old. I can only imagine and think, what was he doing to this baby before then that she has deemed it acceptable for him to even offer his hand in marriage to her while he's her godfather? A man who's supposed to be protecting her, shielding her from all hurt, harm, and danger, and assuming the role as a parent if something were to happen to her parents, right? He would be the person that would assume all roles in raising and rearing that child as if it was his own child, as if it was his own child. Now the man he was basically raising his child to be his wife, grooming her to be his wife. And I'm looking like, what the hell is going on, man? It's a lot of dudes in our community who are wolves in sheep's clothing, right? Who act like they're all for the betterment of your child or your children. They act like they're there to do all the right things. They're there to take care of them. They're there to be their aid. They're there to be a person who picks them up whenever something is going bad. They're there to be a relief or a person to make their life easier. And in the process, they end up violating your children, right? And I'm looking at this girl, this because she's a little girl. She's a baby. She's still a little girl. I don't care if she's 18. She's not grown. Even though this man has manipulated her into believing that she's grown so that she can defend herself in these arguments for marrying her godfather, or defend her godfather from marrying her, right? For marrying her, right? But I'm watching her response to all the backlash and how she's responding to it. And I'm looking like, it's apparent. This man has been manipulating this woman. He's been manipulating this baby for years. For years. She even knows what to say and how to say it and how to address the whole situation involving her being violated by a man who was supposed to protect her, right? Like, anybody that's opposing her union to him, she's responding in a certain way that I feel like this man has programmed her to believe and programmed her to respond. And it's downright sick. It's sick all the way around, man. Like, I'm looking at this thing like, damn, like, this dude is supposed to be a father figure to this baby. And this man was plotting to make this woman, this little baby, I keep saying woman, this is not a woman. He's trying to make this child his wife, right? And I'm sitting here like, I don't give a damn if she's of legal age or not. Y'all know what was going on in this whole situation. Y'all can't tell me this dude just up and wanted to just be with her out of the blue. He been doing this for a long time. He been planning and plotting this for a very, very long time, right? And the sad thing about it is, you know, this young woman, this young lady, she should be going up. She's 18 years old. She should be worrying about prom. She should be worrying about graduation. She should be worried about what college she want to go to. But instead, she on here defending her marriage to a grown-ass man who's supposed to be her godfather. 61 years old, and I hear the age is ranging. People saying he 47 one minute, then he 55, now he's 61. But from what most recent documents that I've seen, it said that he's 61. Even if he was 46, 47, it's still disgusting all the way across the board, right? The man got a picture holding a baby in his arms when she's a little toddler. She's an infant. And now he got a picture with her marrying her at the altar. Y'all tell me how the hell, how is that okay? How is that acceptable, right? I'm a man that's a father of 2 children. I have a daughter, right? You know what I'm saying? And boy, let me tell you, I'm not playing with none of y'all pedophiles out here. Now, this is predatory behavior at its finest. For real, all I can think about is my baby in that situation. Like, look at dudes be out here manipulating these little young girls, getting in their heads in order to do whatever they want to do with them and violate them in the worst way. And y'all can't tell me this wasn't happening with this young lady, right? And to make matters worse, right? It's so disheartening and tragic. This young lady is 18 years old with 4 children. 4 children, allegedly, right? And all I can think about is, she got 4 children at 18? We got several things we got to address, right? let's address the issue of who introduced this baby to sexual acts and behaviors at such a young age, where she has 4 children at 18 years old, right? Who had this type of access to her? Who had this type of access to this baby, right? Who has told her that the feelings of love goes hand in hand with sex? Because it's obvious she believes that, you know, love and sex go hand in hand if she has this many children at such a young age, right? It's so much toxic things she's been taught, so many toxic things that's been instilled in her mind that she think is right. It's obviously wrong, right? And in the video, she's talking about why would she want a young dude when a young dude, you know, he can't provide this and he can't do that, he can't provide commitment, so on and so forth, and all this and all of that. And I'm looking like, well, you know, a grown old ass fool he can be the same type of immature person that an 18-year-old boy could be, right? The same exact way. But all I'm hearing is stuff that he's told her. He's told her to say these type of things, that he can provide her stability, so on and so forth, and all this and all of that, right? He can provide this and can provide that for her, right? And now he's basically let this woman view him as her savior, right? He's playing he has made this woman look at him as a savior in her eyes, to the point where she believes he can do no wrong. But all I can think about is if she got 4 kids, I'm assuming she possibly got some daughters. And he can do the very same thing, the act that he's carrying out with her, he can do the same exact thing with her children when they get older and they get grown. Right? I wouldn't trust that man around no children, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trust, we already know what he owned, man. He plotting. He plotting. And he has succeeded in this plot that he had with this little baby, right? And I saw the mother talking. The mother was talking about, you know, in so many words, she was basically saying, like, you know, she used to sell drugs back in the day, and I believe she used to use drugs. And the daughter got taken away from her, right? The daughter got taken away from her, and the dude slid in like a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, and I'm thinking like, man, this baby been failed all across the board. Because all I'm thinking is where the rest of her family was at. To have this even going on, where were they at? Where the rest of her family was? Where were they at in the first place, man? What was going on with them? That none of this couldn't be stopped. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming her father was nowhere in the picture. Because if he was, I would assume he would never let nothing go down like this. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's never going down like that on my watch. I'm not playing with nobody. Somebody would die before that happened. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you, man. But again, it's so many of these type of predators in our community. They come around and act like they want the best for your children. They're there to provide them with comfort and treat them like their own, only to abuse them, manipulate them, and use them in whatever way they see fit. They come around and manipulate your children to use them in whatever way they see fit. And in this case here, this man is using this baby for his own sexual pleasures. Right? And it's sick. I keep thinking about what he possibly was doing to this baby at a younger age. Because y'all know what's going on, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. The young lady, at this point, she got Stockholm Syndrome. She got Stockholm Syndrome, man. She sympathizes with her abuser, and she deems it necessary to protect and shield him, to shield her violator from criticism and insults. When he is rightfully being dogged out on social media. His name is rightfully being drugged through the mud on social media. He should be getting slammed, right? He talking and then he come out with a statement, these little girls jealous of my wife or whatever. Fam, your wife is a little girl. She's a little girl in the first place, man. So what are you talking about? You married a little girl and you did it on purpose because you know you can control and manipulate her, and you can use her however way you see fit, man. Like, he didn't lead her to believe she grown at 18. And so now she's thinking she can do whatever she want to do, and she's thinking that it's okay because she's grown now. You know, but I've seen these type of acts be played out in the hood. I've heard of these type of instances be played out all the time. All the time, man. Like, you know what I mean? He making her think he giving her something valuable that a boy her age could never give her. And she's taking in that and running right with it. You know, but again, it's sick, man. She should be worried about going to college, going to prom, you know, graduating from school. She should be worried about going to homecoming dances and all of that. She worried about being married to this overgrown ass dude. Grown ass man. Sick. Disgusting. And she got 4 kids of her own, man. It's just like, what? She got failed all across the board, man. All across the board. To this predator. To this predator, this pervert. You know what I'm saying? And all the way down, you know, to a mother, so on and so forth, man. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. You know, and stuff like this is why. This stuff like this, This is why you will never see me. I was never out here defending when R. Kelly was talking on tape with that little 15-year-old girl and so on and so forth and all this and all of that. It's dudes out here in the hood. They be grooming young girls from the time that they young to let them think that talking to them is okay, even though he's assuming the role of her godfather. You know, like what? Like, man, when you're a godfather, a family's supposed to trust you with the care of their child. And so this man this is the ultimate betrayal. At that point, you marrying her? Man, like y'all, I'm telling you, I got sick to my stomach even reading this and looking at the pictures, looking at the videos involving the whole situation, man. Like, it's unbelievable. It's despicable. And I'm looking like, I could not be this young woman's father. It would have never got that far in the first place with me. And I'm telling you right now, it would have never got that way. It would have never got to this point. And dude would be out here very, very critical condition. I ain't gonna even play with y'all, man. Like, but it's just real sad and it's disgusting, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story. Machiavelli Mills TV. You leave your comments in the comment section below. Like the video. You know, subscribe to the channel. And again, people faulting the child and she thinks she growing and all this and all that. I can't fault the baby. She's still a baby even in her mind. Her mind ain't developed and it's obvious. It's obvious her mind ain't developed, man. She's a child and she's been manipulated for a very, very long time, man. I know he been messing with this girl for much longer than this. And a child can't consent to nothing, no type of sexual activity. A child can't. A child ain't got no way to consent to that. She getting groomed. Getting groomed by a person who's supposed to be protecting her, man. Crazy, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.